Spring marks a seasonal shift, and with it comes the desire to refresh and renew our interiors. One of the most intimate and immediate spaces to begin is the bedroom. This season, we're leaning into the charm of handmade imperfect beauty, natural textures, uneven stitching, soft pastels, and earthy tones, all wrapped in the gentle warmth of lightweight spring bedding. Embracing simplicity and comfort in the most delightful ways, this theme embodies a uniquely American appreciation for cozy, imperfect craftsmanship. Perfectly imperfect, this phrase has become a defining trend across handmade decor. When it comes to bedding, hand-woven blankets, subtly dyed linen sheets, and softly puckered pillowcases speak to a lifestyle that values authenticity over mass production. These minor flaws, intentional or natural, give the bedding a personality that feels warm and inviting, especially in spring. Spring bedding should breathe. This is where organic cotton, washed linen, and light gauze materials become essential. These fabrics not only regulate temperature well, but also look better with time and wear. Slight crinkles and relaxed weaves evoke that lived-in elegance that handmade design celebrates, where comfort and style walk hand in hand. A hallmark of spring bedding is layering without heaviness. Think of a crinkled linen top sheet over a soft cotton quilt, finished with a hand-knotted throw draped at the foot of the bed. The look is tactile and relaxed, with enough variation to feel thoughtfully composed without overwhelming the eye or the body. Spring brings a soft palette, and our bedding should reflect that. Instead of bright florals or bold graphics, this aesthetic leans into chalky hues, sage green, blush rose, dusty lavender, and sandy beige. Muted tones offer a calming presence, echoing natural dyes and earth-derived pigments, common in handmade fabrics. Incorporating a hand-stitched quilt adds emotional and aesthetic depth to spring bedding. Whether a modern heirloom or a flea market find, the visible seams, slight asymmetry, and tactile irregularity invite both nostalgia and innovation. These pieces connect us to the stories of makers, often passed down through generations or crafted with a contemporary twist. Polished edges are swapped for frayed hems and unbound borders. From pillowcases with hand-torn fringe to blankets that feature loose weaving, the beauty lies in their undone finish. It's a quiet rebellion against the sterile and the symmetrical, reminding us of the freedom that comes with imperfection. Spring sun streaming through sheer curtains onto a bed dressed in layered white linens creates a dreamy atmosphere. But this isn't about hotel-style whites. It's a blend of ivory, bone, cream, and pearl, all with texture, from tufted cotton to uneven waffle knits, that catches light and shadows in artistic ways. To celebrate spring without the cliché, seek out bedding with subtle botanical motifs, block-printed vines, embroidered wildflowers, or hand-painted leaf patterns. These delicate, often handmade details nod to the season without overpowering the room. Each piece becomes a quiet celebration of nature's rebirth. Pillows become miniature canvases in this theme. Look for hand-loomed covers, cross-stitched panels, or macrame embellishments. Each one should feel like a story, a texture you want to touch, a color that soothes. Use asymmetrical groupings or mix and match shapes for added charm. Even though we're focusing on bedding, the backdrop matters. Think upholstered headboards in undyed linen or hand-carved reclaimed wood pieces with visible grain. This touch continues the handmade narrative, supporting the overall bedroom story without dominating it. From Amish quilting traditions to Appalachian weaving techniques, this style draws subtle inspiration from American folk crafts. While modernized in color and form, it pays homage to these time-honored practices that emphasize care, quality, and heart over machine-made perfection. Part of the beauty of handmade bedding lies in its sustainable ethos. Seek out pieces created by small-batch artisans, fair trade cooperatives, or local craftspeople. Supporting these creators not only brings soul into your home but also reinforces a culture of conscious consumption. A spring throw should feel like a whisper, soft, airy, and versatile. Whether loosely woven in wool linen blends or made of recycled cotton, these throws can be casually tossed over a chair, folded across a bench, or used for a morning snuggle on cool April days. Think of your bedding as part of a larger bedscape. Vary textures, play with heights, and embrace asymmetry. A linen duvet that doesn't quite cover the bed skirt. A throw that trails to the floor. A pillow slightly off-center. These choices reflect a relaxed, modern bohemian spirit. From puckered seersucker sheets to homespun woven throws, spring bedding is a tactile experience. Each fabric tells a different story, whether it's the softness of pre-washed linen or the nubbiness of raw cotton. These layers make the bed more than just a place to sleep, it becomes a sensory retreat. Rather than stacking 6 pillows or piling on decor, this aesthetic encourages restraint. Select only what adds value, visually, emotionally, or physically. A handmade quilt is more meaningful than 3 mass-produced comforters. A hand-dyed pillow speaks louder than a dozen generic ones. Combine a vintage linen coverlet with a new organic cotton sheet set. Let a newly woven throw rest beside a second-hand quilt. This blend of eras and origins enhances the handmade imperfect theme, proving that timeless beauty often arises when different stories are layered together. Part of this decor philosophy is embracing daily rituals. Making the bed becomes an art, not a chore. Straightening the sheets, adjusting the pillows, refolding the throw, each act connects you to your space. The more you interact with handmade beauty, the more it rewards you with warmth. In spring, we crave airiness, light, and a return to simplicity. Lightweight spring bedding, styled with handmade Imperfect beauty, offers all that and more. It's an embrace of artistry, imperfection, and soulfulness, a gentle counterpoint to mass trends. Through careful layering, natural textures, and meaningful touches, you invite not just spring into your space, but serenity. As you dream, may your bed reflect the honest, unpolished beauty of life itself.